Eight-Bit Baseball is on. Today we're at Trademarks Park, where the Trademarks are taking on Lucky 7. Lucky 7 leads the league with a 3-1 record. The Trademarks are 2-2. All the players have stretched and warmed up. It's time for the game to begin. All right. Reyes leading off, the second baseman. Zane on the hill. And that's batted right down the line for a hit. That's out into the left field. Corbin's going to have to grab it. It's going to be a double. A double to start the game. How about that? That is what is going on. All right. Zane better look out. Atlas now, center fielder. Runner at second. Nobody down. That's a hit as well. Here we go. I think this is the beginning of an offensive powerhouse here. Lane now, the shortstop. He fouls that one on the third base side. Foul. No balls, 1 strike to Lane. Zane to Lane. And that's a ball outside, 1-1. Runners at the corners, nobody down. A quick start for Lucky 7. A strike on the outside corner. Very nice pitch there by Zane. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Lane, the shortstop. Inside, 89, backed him off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Runners at the corners, nobody down. And the runners go, and that one gets through. That was a diving Walker that tried to make a play on that, but no chance, and he just throws it in to hold the runner on second. So we've already got an RBI. Lane with the RBI there, and we've got runners at first and second, but that is an out and a double play. So 2 of the outs now recorded. A runner still at third, Shaq, the number 5 batter, and first baseman up to bat. That one is down the line, and the first baseman, Palmer, is there, gloves it, and steps on the bag for the out. So after all of those bases, just 1 run scored. And now we will see the Trademarks bat. Jackson, the shortstop, Harry, pitching for Lucky 7. He's popped up. Second baseman Reyes is there under it and collects it for the first out in the bottom of the frame. Now Wilson, second baseman. And he's popped up backwards. That's Sergio running out there. He has enough room in the foul territory to make the catch, and makes the catch, and that is 2 down. So now Simpson up, the right fielder. Harry delivers that one on the inside. And it is popped up. That's a very loud out, we will say, out to Bomber. But no hits, and certainly no runs scored by the Trademarks in the bottom of the first. Kruger, the left fielder, now up to bat. Zane still on the hill. And that's kind of tapped over on the first base side. It pops up, and Shaq is there for the first out. Roman, the third baseman now. Zane delivers that one over the plate, and it is hit very, very hard, and it is into the outfield, and it's all the way out of the stadium for a home run. A home run for Roman for the Lucky 7 to extend the lead, adding another one on to the lead. And another hit back to the third base side. Roman gloved there, and thrown over Walker to Palmer for the out. And there's a strike on Harry, the pitcher. And inside, he's popped up. Davids is over there, under it, calling for an out. So that puts us to the bottom of the frame with the Trademarks, the home team back up, trying to answer the slow, methodical push of Lucky 7. That's hit down the third baseline. Roman is there, and it throws it in to Shaq for the out. Palmer now, the first baseman. Harry delivers, and it's to the inside. He bats at the pitch, and then it's hit out into right field. Bomber is there, collects the pop-up. So now Betts, the center fielder. And he gives him a pitch on the inside, and Betts does bat at that one. And it's hit over to Shaq, who just kind of grabs it and steps onto the bag. So they are retired in the second. To the third we go. Reyes once again leading us off, the second baseman. And he bats at that one. It's hit over into left field. Corbin should be able to. Yeah, he's there and under it and gathers it for the first out. So now Atlas, the center fielder. Zane gives him a pitch on the outside, 89 miles an hour outside the zone. Zane. And that one was across the plate, and he swung at that one, and it is way into right field. Oh, just... Simpson was very close to the warning track when he made that catch. That was just about... That was out there. That was well out there. And now we're down the line. That was down the third base line, all the way into the corner, right under the 328 marker. And that's going to be a double. Corbin having to retrieve that one. And so that is Lane up to second with a double. And now Balmer up to bat. He takes the first pitch, ball. Balmer up to bat. Oh, that's hit very hard up into center left. Nobody's going to grab that one. It's going to be Betts having to chase it down. He drives in another run. So they're just adding on, just adding to the run total there. Very methodical. A run each inning now. And into the third we are. So 3-0. Shaq, the first baseman, now up with a runner at second. 2 down. Takes that one inside for a ball. 1-1. And then outside for a ball. 2-1. Inside, right across the zone, and he bats at it quite hard there out into center right and beyond Betts. Betts chasing down. That's another RBI. And he's going to be held at second, but an RBI double. Just adding on. And Kruger, the left fielder now. Two strikes. No balls, 2 strikes to Kruger. Zane. Oh, he did give him another pitch over the zone, but Kruger swung at it. He hit it out to Wilson, and he's able to throw it over for the out. So now 4-0. Trademarks up with quite a deficit, but a lot of time to work with. Let's see what can happen. Third baseman Walker is going to lead this inning off for the Trademarks. Harry winds and delivers, and that one's hit down the line. Another foul. No balls, 2 strikes. See if Harry can make something of this. Right over the zone, and he was a little bit late on that swing. Popped it up. Reyes makes the catch. David's now the catcher. Trademarks catcher. And that one is also out to Reyes, the second baseman, and gloved and thrown into Shaq for the out. Oh, got a timeout. And there's going to be a pinch hitter here, Damtu, in an attempt to get some offense going. He's subbed in there. And he does get a hit. That gets through the shortstop and third baseman out into left field for a hit. So that was a mission accomplished decision there by the manager. And now Damtu is going to be caught stealing. So, okay. A little too aggressive, perhaps. Lucky 7 now, up to bat. And we're going to see a pitching change. Garvey brought in for Zane. All right, Roman leading us off. Oh, he hits that one very deep into right field. And, oh, gosh, it is Simon on the run. Was barely able to make that catch. That was right at the warning track. Sergio now for Lucky 7. First pitch is a ball. Outside, Garvey. And a second pitch ball. 2 balls, no strikes to Sergio. And Sergio hits that one very hard back into left field, right into the stands for a home run. "5-0. Lucky 7. The visitors. Harry, the pitcher, is thrown out by the third baseman. Walker to Palmer on that one. Now 2 down. Reyes up once again. Second baseman. First pitch, ball outside. Garvey. Strike. 1-1. And that one's to the outside of the plate. So 2-1, falling a little behind Reyes. Winds and delivers. And that one's outside the plate. A little outside the plate. 3-1. Garvey. And he walked him. He walked Reyes, so there's the BB. And now Atlas is popped up. That's on the first base side. First baseman Palmer is out there. Calls for it and makes the catch. So the walk will not come back to haunt him. And the Trademarks now have a chance to try to score some runs. Jackson going to lead this one off. Lead off the first batter in the batting order. Shortstop. Harry is even on the count now. 1-1. Jackson looks at a pitch on the inside. They're very close. Almost hit him, looked like. So Harry pitching to the inside there. Now back outside, but it's also a ball. 3-1. 3-1 to Harry. I'm sorry, to Jackson. Harry gives him a pitch there that he bats at. Got some bat on that, but does not get past Shaq, the first baseman. And we've got a pinch hitter now. Gallant in for Wilson. And into second base. Swinging strike there for the first pitch. And a second pitch strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Gallant. Harry. It's hit down the first base line, and it is Shaq that just grabs it and steps on the bag for the out. So now 2 down for Simpson. Right fielder. Harry gives him a pitch on the outside. He slaps at it up to Lane, the shortstop, who throws to Shaq in time. So the Trademarks are retired in the 4th, and we move to the top of the 5th. Lucky 7 up to bat. Lane, shortstop, going to lead this one off. Ball on the outside, 86. 1-0 to Lane. Garvey pitching for the Trademarks. That's the pitch in the dirt there. Lane didn't offer at it. So 2 balls, no strikes. And then to the outside of the corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. And then back to the inside of the corner. 2-2 now, the count. 2-2 to Garvey. Lane. Oh, and he swings at that one. It's to the outside of the plate. He swings at it, and it's popped up. Jackson is there. He's under it. Makes the catch. Bomber now, the right fielder. With a 5-0 lead. 1 down. Nobody on. Garvey backs him off the plate there. 1 ball, no strikes. And then back to the inside, and he swings at that one. It's popped up, kind of a line drive pop-up. Corbin is there, the left fielder, and makes the catch for the second out. So Shaq now, the first baseman. And he's popped up on the right field side. Simpson is there, he's under it, and makes the catch. To the bottom we go. Trademarks just 1 hit in the ballgame so far. Corbin getting things going here, the left fielder. And that one's down the line. He's going to get on. That's a base hit, and he's rounding first, headed up to second. And then he backs off. Kruger was able to get to the ball fairly quickly, so just a single. And Palmer now with Corbin at first base. 2 balls, no strikes. And he bats at that one that was across the zone. It's popped up to Kruger, the left fielder. All right. So now Betts is up. Corbin's still at first. 1 down. 78. 1-1 the count. Another pitch to the inside for a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Betts, center fielder. He swings at that one. It's on the outside, and it gets out into the outfield to Bomber. It's a base hit and advances the runner. So we're going to look at some relief pitching here because Harry's having some trouble getting it done. Walker is brought in for the lucky 7. Now 1-0 to Walker. So Walker versus Walker. That's an interesting anomaly. Walker the pitcher versus Walker the third baseman for the Trademarks. Lucky 7 and Trademarks. And that one's swung at and hit up to the second baseman. He's able to get the lead runner, but not backed in first in time for the double play. So Davids comes up. Walker the pitcher. And that one is going to drive in a run. It's an RBI. And not a time at second. So we've got now a pinch hitter. Howarth is going to be in for the pitcher. All right. And he's popped up. That is Lane going back for that one. So that's going to end the frame. But we finally do see a run scored by the Trademarks. managing to get on the board there. So signs of life. Lucky 7 now. And we will see another pitching change because of the substitution. Pruitt now on the hill. First pitch is a ball. Pruitt versus Kruger. And then a strike. 1-1. Pruitt delivers, and that one's going to get... Oh, that was a diving Galland there who could not make the play. Got all the way out into right field. Simpson had to throw it in, so that's a single. He's on base. Roman up to bat. Kruger on first. Pruitt pitching for the trademarks. It's down the line, and he's able to... Oh, we're going to get... Yep, he was able to get run down there. That's a double play. And so Sergio now comes up with 2 down and nobody on. Just like that, we've changed the base running. First pitch is a ball inside. And the second pitch is a ball in the dirt. So 2 balls and no strikes to Sergio. And then finally, towards the outside of the plate, he gets the zone there and a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Sergio. And then again in the dirt, Sergio lays off. 3 balls, 1 strike to Sergio. And he bats at that one, and it's hit over on the third base side. Shortstop is there. Jackson makes the catch. We're out of the top of the 6th to the bottom. Trademarks once again up. Jackson, the shortstop, leading us off. Walker. Oh, he hit him. So that will be a base on balls. And a pitch in the dirt that Gallant cannot lay off. And no balls, 1 strike now. And pitched him very close inside there as well. Close to hitting him, did not. 1-1. And he swung through that one. 1-2. Walker. Oh, he struck him out. What a pitch by Walker. And, oh, that's going to get over Reyes' head. He was charging in, and he misjudged it, and it went right over his head. That's going to be a double. Got runner still advancing, and he is up to second. And, ooh, almost opportunity to come home there, but they decided not to chance it. So 1 down for Corbin. And runners at second and third, and that looks to be a home run. So how about that now? 5-4. Quite a different ball game, isn't it? Palmer, the first baseman, is up to bat. And this is a big hit out to right field. Oh, the game is tied. Well, how about that? Still only 1 down. Betts batting for the trademarks. Bats at that one. That's hit out to left center. And it is Kruger charging in that makes the out. So now finally 2 down after that prolific amount of scoring that we've seen. And, oh, that was Reyes charging in quickly that made that catch. 4 runs scored and 5 runs over the last 2 innings for the home team trademarks. We're tied. All right, Thompson in for Harry. Pinch hit here in an effort to get more offense, and it will be effective. That's a single. He's on the base, hit that one out in center field, and it dropped right in front of Betts for a single. So top of the 7th now, and we're seeing more offensive action. It would seem that, oh, what is this now? We've got Headley coming in for Atlas. Fouled the first one away. And then the second pitch is a strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Headley. Pruitt delivers, and that's hit out into center right. Nobody's going to be able to make that catch. That's going to drop right in front of Betts and advance the runners. We've got the bases loaded. That throws all the way back home. The bases are loaded for Lane, the shortstop, the number 3 hitter. Nobody down. Lucky 7 just allowed trademarks to pull even last inning, and they are now on the verge of regaining the lead. 3 balls, no strikes to Lane. He walked in the winning run. And then a big hit here. What is this? It's way out into left field. It's a grand slam home run. Ooh, talk about hurting your feelings. Back and forth. Shack up. That one's down the line. Palmer's there. Grabs it. Steps on the bag. Kruger with 1 down. And a 5-run lead. Once again. Palmer in foul territory. Makes the catch. Roman now the third baseman. Pruitt on the hill after all that happened. And that's down the line. That's going to be a safe base hit as well. Simpson's going to have to grab that one. He's going to be all the way up to second. That is a double. He doubles and gets up to second. And Sergio's popped up. That's popped up over on the third base side. Walker's there. He grabs it for the out. So we're out of the top half of the inning, but there were 5 runs scored. 10-5 now. Lucky 7 over the Trademarks once again. Who are we going to see pitching? All right, so that is Matt coming in for Lucky 7. And a little dribbler down the third base line that Roman's able to grab, and he is able to make the throw in time. That was close. It was very close. He was trucking along. Bottom of the 7th, Renee now. Pinch hitter for the Trademarks. Matt on the hill for the Lucky 7. That one's right into the zone. He does bad at it, and it's hit foul on the first base side. Into the stands. A memento for a lucky fan. Matt delivers him a ball on the inside. So 3 balls and 1 strike now to Brene. And he walked him. Brene is walked. And that's going to be a double play. Maybe? Nope. He did not get it in time. The hit was to Reyes, who then tossed to Lane, the shortstop covering, but the throw back to Shaq was not in time. So still a runner at first, 1 down. Gallant up to bat. Struck out last time, but this time he's hit by a pitch, so that's a walk. That one is out to Simpson. Bases are loaded with 2 down. Corbin is up. The number 4 hole hitter, the cleanup hitter. That almost hit him. He almost walked in another run there. And now 2 balls. He's behind on the count, Matt. 2 balls, no strikes to Corbin. Matt delivers. Ooh, the pitch trails way outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Finally, he finds the strike zone. 3 balls, 1 strike to Corbin. Matt. Ooh, he walked him. He walked in another run. After the home run, of course, last time when he was up to bat. No balls, 1 strike to Palmer. No balls and 2 strikes to Palmer. And that one's hit very softly on the first base line, and Shaq is able to grab it for the out. So that does finally get them out of the frame. 1 run surrendered. We're going to see yet another pitching change. Carter on the hill now for the Trademarks. Lefty side armor. That one's popped out into the first base side. The first baseman Palmer has to run out there and get that one. He ran a long way. That was not an easy catch to make, but he was up to the task. 1 down. And then that one's down the third base line, but it's foul. Walker made an attempt at that one. Back inside, ball. 1-1 the count. Strike. I'm sorry, that was outside. That was a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Reyes up to bat. The leadoff man. Carter gives him a strike on the inside now. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Reyes. The second baseman and the leadoff hitter And that was across the zone. He bats at it, and it gets past Palmer. That's out into right field. Simpson has to grab that one. So he is on base with one down. Looking to add on. Headley's there, and he bats that one into the gap, and it's out to Simpson. And Simpson throws him out. That's the kind of arm that Simpson has. Impressive. So 2 down for Lane, the shortstop. And Lane swings through that one. That was a pitch in the dirt, but he could not lay off of it. No balls, 1 strike. To Lane, the shortstop. And to the outside there, that's a strike. So he's doing well on the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lane. Carter, and that one's pitched to the inside. He fouls it back third base side and into the crowd. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lane. And then back to the, almost got past Jackson. It was right off the end of the bat. And Jackson was charging in and able to make the catch and the throw over to first. But it was close. So trademarks once again, and who's this? We've got a change of fielder. Balmer is substituted for Roldan. Defensive substitution. All right, so Betts is leading this one off, the center fielder, and he's going to get onto base. No, he is not. I'll be. So that was just the substitution right there. That was Roldan making his arm show for the out, and then the second out there. So we're moving quickly. Davids after the Walker out. And that one's down the line, and the third baseman has it, and he throws it in for the third out. Quick inning. And now to the top of the 9th we go. Certainly would like to add on, I'm sure, before the bottom of the 9th, their last attempt to score in regulation innings, anyway. And he's on base, so Shaq now will come up with a runner at first. Carter gives him a pitch on the inside. Count 1-1. First baseman bats at that one, and not a double play. The lead runner was thrown out, but he was able to get to first. So 1 down for Kruger. He bats at that one. That might be a double play. It's not. Kruger's able to leg that one out. So 2 down for Roman. Top of the 9th. Leading 10-6. He lifts one out into... it got past Simpson. And that's going to be a double. And they are still in motion. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be an RBI. No, it's not. I'm sorry. So we've got runners now at second and third for Sergio. 2 down. Top of the 9th. Carter puts it on the outside of the plate. And it is Gallant who's able to grab it and throw it first for the final out. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Carter going to lead us off. The pitcher. And he bats at it, hits to the inside, and Roldan had to charge in very hard to make that catch, but he was able to make it. So Jackson comes up, and he hits that one out into center field, and it is Headley who has to grab it and throw it in. He's safely hit. That's a base hit. So now a runner on, trailing by 4, but stranger things have happened, especially in 8-bit baseball. So Gallant, he just barely taps that one down the line, and the lead runner's thrown out. He gets the first time. You can see a relief pitcher. Astor comes in for the lucky 7. First pitch is a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Simpson, the right fielder. Simpson lifts that one out to the just to the first baseman, who tags the bag, and it's over. Visiting lucky 7 with the victory. Walker gets the win. Pruitt charged with the loss. And look at all those home runs. Solid win by the lucky 7. Got dramatic at times. Hope you enjoyed it.